our viewers, and thank you for joining us tonight. My name is Puleng Tsie, and it's a great privilege to be celebrating the achievements of our students at the University of Pretoria's Faculty of Natural and Agricultural Sciences. We realize that this year has been an exceptionally difficult one, and that COVID-19's restrictions prevented us from hosting the event in May 2020. But I'd like to congratulate everybody for their perseverance and determination. We hope that you will enjoy the evening, where we will be announcing the winners for the 2019's Merit Award, along with the prestigious Vice Chancellor's Award, usually announced at the autumn graduation ceremony. But be sure to stay tuned in, because there will be some entertainment in between. So before we get started, let me give a warm welcome to our new Dean of the Faculty, Professor Byron Erasmus, who will kick off tonight's program with his opening address.
Thank you very much, Puleng. I have to say, my colleagues still refer to me every now and then as the new Dean, but this year has been so busy I don't feel that new anymore. Friends, family, colleagues, students, to say that the year was a tough one is an understatement. And I salute every single one of you, those that we recognize this evening for special achievements, but all the other students, and in particular their friends, their family, their carers, and their support networks for making it this far through the year. I salute you for adapting, for innovating, for surviving, and for thriving. The year's been tough because it was so uncertain. We are used to planning in some degree of uncertainty. The future is never completely known, so we are quite used to that. But in this pandemic, we almost had to plan everything in an uncertain environment, and this was quite challenging. The Faculty of Natural and Agricultural Sciences is a very large faculty. We've got roughly about 7,000 students, about 1,500 of them are postgraduates, and then we've got in the region of 300 academic staff and about as many professional support and administrative staff as well. So this is a large organization when it comes to replanning at short notice. Instead of focusing on everything that was tough this year, I'd like to highlight a few successes. But first of all, I'd like to do so for the faculty, and then after that, I'd like to zoom in for the real reason we're here, as recognizing the excellence of our students. Before the lockdown, this faculty had roughly 90% of its modules with a significant online content in any case. So even before we started, we were well poised to respond to the pandemic. Of course, realizing the full potential of our learning management system and also coping with the fact that no face-to-face lectures were possible in the early days of the lockdown meant that we still had to adapt and innovate and really use our learning management system to its full potential. And thanks to our innovative teaching and learning teams, this was done. And also, I should say, thanks to the incredible sacrifices and long hours that all our teaching staff put in to realize the creation of all the necessary content and learn all the skills that go with it. At the September graduations, we graduated more graduates than we did at the equivalent time in 2019 and 2018. This doesn't mean that the pandemic was good for us, but it means that we did not let the pandemic bring our numbers down. We were well on track, and these were the numbers that we expected. And again, to the students that persevered under these difficult conditions to graduate in September, well done. As always, this faculty plays a very important role when it comes to the postgraduate outputs and the research outputs of the university. At this September graduation, this faculty graduated about a third of all PhDs at the university and around about 17% of all the master's students. In spite of the economic downturn, I'm pleased to announce that up until September this year, our fundraising for 2020 is effectively the same as 2019. When I say fundraising, this is donors and external research contracts, so-called third stream income. So we've done exceptionally well in this year, and I do hope the stellar efforts of large teams of researchers continue and that we can weather the storm of whatever 2021 brings us. We've solidified a number of key industry engagements, and we've had large corporates invest significant amounts of money in the university and in the faculty. We are not talking about investments in the scale of 1 and 2 million rand. We're talking about investments at the scale of 80 million rand, 55 million rand, 22 million rand and more. And we see this as a sign of the trust that industry places in us and the partnerships we've developed to not only produce the human capacity needed in industry, but also to get the South African economy going forward again, sorely needed at a time like this. Enough about the faculty. Let's move on to the real reason we are here this evening. We're here to celebrate the successes of our students. At the University of Pretoria and in this faculty, excellence is non-negotiable. And even though the pandemic provides us with ample opportunity to rethink and reimagine how and what we do, excellence will remain at the core of our business for teaching, for research, and our community engagement activities. This excellence is important to recognize because it is a key part of the value proposition of what the University of Pretoria offers its students. The global higher education landscape has changed forever, and all of a sudden, it is possible to take almost any degree from almost anywhere, provided you have the connectivity. And for that reason, all of a sudden, our competitors are no longer just in South Africa. We compete with some of the best institutions in Europe and in North America and in the East, meaning that we have to be very sure about our value proposition, and we need to make sure what this looks like, and we need to make sure that this is a draw card for this global audience. Excellence is necessary for our university's impact. And when I talk about impact, this is not a narrow definition of just research papers and esoteric scientific knowledge. Of course, esoteric scientific knowledge and our research papers is at the core of what we do. But the modern university, the hashtag Africa Global University, that is the University of Pretoria, strives for societal relevance. It strives for research impact in everyday life for people outside of the traditional academic community. To achieve this type of impact means that we need to be savvy about the types of challenges that face a society. And these challenges are almost never disciplinary in nature. They are always these complex, wicked problems that cut across traditional disciplines. And for universities to be able to address these and respond to them in meaningful ways means that they have to get a diversity of ideas and worldviews and people and partners around the table. And it is for these partnerships that we also want to recognize this evening, where our partners have made significant donations to allow us to recognize the achievements of our students. Surviving 2020, or graduating in 2020, puts a special responsibility on each of our students. And I'm speaking to all our students now, including our award winners this evening. Now, more than ever, we have seen with devastating clarity how clear and how vital the links are between human well-being, human health, and environmental health. Being a graduate of this faculty, you cannot leave here and be content with the rates of environmental destruction that seems to be so common all around the world. The pandemic has shown us that in one large way we are connected to the health of our environment, and if we don't recognize that, then we all suffer. So help us to fundamentally rethink and change how we interact with our own natural environment and how we use our own resources. This is the challenge of sustainability science. It does not mean that we have to compromise thriving communities. We do not have to compromise growth. We do not have to compromise well-being. We need to do it in a different manner. And as a graduate of this faculty, you are eminently poised to help us make that change. And we hope we've equipped you to help us do that. Thank you very much.
Prepare for launch. Mission Control, we have liftoff.
Thank you, Professor Erasmus. It's now time to begin with the first category of awards being handed out, the General Awards. These awards are donated by departments, industry, and individuals. Allow me to call on Professor Erasmus to announce the winners of tonight's General Awards.
Thank you very much, Puleng. Colleagues, it gives me great pleasure to start this event. This is why we're here this evening. And I really enjoy reading these awards and extending a hearty congratulations to all our recipients. So let's get going. First, I will mention the name of the award, then the short description, and then the person to whom the award was made. Our first award is the Professor Ntabiseng Ogude Award for the Best Male First-Year Student in the BSc Extended Program. The award goes to Mr. F.P.S. Dumini. The Professor Ntabiseng Ogude Award for the Best Female First-Year Student in the BSc Extended Program goes to Ms. K. Kumane. Moving on to the Department of Physics, there are 4 prizes here. So the first prize in the Department of Physics to the Best First-Year Student in Physics goes to Ms. C. van Zyl. The Department of Physics prize for the Best Second-Year Student in Physics goes to Mr. J. M. Lowe. The Department of Physics prize for the Best Third-Year Student goes to Mr. M.A.C. Lovemore. The Department of Physics prize to the Best Honours Student in Physics goes to Ms. N. Labushkagni. The Johan and Sophie van Heerden Floating Trophy goes to the student who achieved the highest average mark for the meteorology modules at 2nd and 3rd year level. This goes to Mr. D. Nkabinde. Staying with the Department of Geography, Geoinformatics and Meteorology, this department's prize to the Best Honours Student in Meteorology goes to Mr. T. Ramopo. The Department of Geography, Geoinformatics and Meteorology prize to the Best Graduate in Geography or Environmental Science goes to Mrs. Z.P. Shakai. Staying with the Geography Department, the Best Honours Student in Geography and Environmental Science goes to Mr. C. Smith. The Green Award for departmental participation within this department to celebrate student participation in all aspects of the department goes to Ms. K. Makubalo. Department of Geography, Geoinformatics and Meteorology prize to the Best Honours Students in Geoinformatics goes to Ms. B. Maina. The department's award to the Best Student in BSc Honours Geoinformatics goes to Ms. B. Maina. This department, we're still with Geography, Geoinformatics and Meteorology. The award to the Best BSc Geoinformatics Graduate goes to Mr. G. Tredria. The Jan F. Celia Book Prize for the Best First Year Student in Geology goes to Mr. D. Munsami. The Roelof van der Merwe Prize to the Best Structural Geology Student at 3rd year level goes to Mr. N. Kotze. Staying with geology, the Dirk Visser Prize for the Best Honours Project in Field-Based Structural Geology goes to Ms. M. Duplessis. Moving on to the Department of Chemistry, the Department of Chemistry Prize to the Best First Year Student in Chemistry goes to Ms. J. F. Beckenstrater. The Department of Chemistry prize to the Best Second Year Student in Chemistry goes to Ms. P. Stopwasser. The Brooker Prize goes to the Best Student in the BSc Honours Physical Chemistry program, and the recipient is Ms. A. Kritzinger. The Department of Chemistry prize to the Best Third Year Students in Analytical Chemistry goes to Mr. G. C. Kempkies. The last prize from the Department of Chemistry goes to the Best Third Year Student in Analytical Chemistry, and this is for Ms. D. Uys. Now we move on to Agricultural Economics, and the Agricultural Economics Association of South Africa, Prime Africa prize to the Best Final Year Student in Agricultural Economics goes to Ms. C. C. Chiobvu. The Pieter van Twisk Academic Achievement Award of the South African Association for Food Science and Technology goes to the most outstanding final year student in the BSc Agric degree program with specialization in food science and technology, or the BSc Honours in Food Science degree program. And the recipient of this prize is Miss R.A. Nyati. The Meritorious Award of the South African Association for Dairy Technology goes to a student in the Department of Consumer and Food Sciences who achieves outstanding academic results and who displays exceptional enthusiasm for the dairy component of the syllabus. This award goes to Miss C.L.F. Mendez. The South African Association of Family Ecology and Consumer Science Top Achiever Awards in Consumer Science for Clothing Retail Management goes to the best final year student in Consumer Science, Clothing Retail Management. The award goes to Miss D. Wickham. The South African Association of Family Ecology and Consumer Science Top Achiever Awards in Consumer Science for Food Retail Management goes to the best final year student in Consumer Science, Food Retail Management. And the award is made to Miss K. Geldenhuis. The J.J. Veenstra Floating Trophy to the most diligent animal science student in terms of both the theoretical and practical training in animal science goes to Miss E. Graham. The SAS Merit Award to the best student in the BSc Agric Animal Science and BSc Agric Animal Science Pasture Science degree programs goes to Miss S. van der Berg. The Professor J.C. Bonsma Bursary goes to Miss T. Tonkin. There's a second award for the Professor J.C. Bonsma Bursary is made to Mr. S. Sanderson. The Professor C. Maria Bursary is made to Miss M. Kraus. The Professor D. M. Joubert Bursary is made to Miss K. DeMont. The Syngenta Prestige Award to the best student in plant pathology in the pre-final year of the BSc Agric degree program goes to Mr. R. Strydom. The Bayer Crop Science, Science for a Better Life Award goes to the best student in plant pathology in the final year of the BSc Agric plant pathology program, and the award is made to Miss C. Tron. The SASCP Prize to the best final year student in plant production and soil science goes to Mr. M. Pandor. Mr. M. Pandor also receives the Omnia Fertilizer Prize to the best final year student in plant production. The Margaretha Mess Memorial Prize for the best female third year plant science student to a female plant science student with the best average, minimum of 70%, over 4 third year models in plant sciences is made to Miss D. Murphy. There's 2 more awards from the Margaretha Mess Medal for Plant Physiology. The Margaretha Mess Medal for Plant Physiology, first to the best BSc Honours student who obtained the degree with a mark of at least 70% and whose essay is based on an aspect of plant physiology, is made to Mr. K. Skeepers. The Margaretha Mess Medal for Plant Physiology to the best Honours student who obtained the degree with a mark of at least 70% and whose essay is based on an aspect of plant physiology is made to Mr. T. Nadesan. The Schweikert Medal for Plant Science is awarded to the best Honours student, BSc Honours student, who obtained the degree with a mark of at least 70% and whose essay is based on an aspect other than plant physiology. And this award goes to Mr. A.J. De Beer. Now we move on to the Department of Biochemistry, Genetics and Microbiology. To the best final year student in biochemistry, the award is made to Miss L.M. van Zyl. Staying within this department, the best final year student in biochemistry, the award is made to Miss S. Rahman. And then the third award here in this department is also for the best final year student in biochemistry, and this is made to Miss D. Uys. In this department, to the best student to obtain the honours degree in microbiology with distinction, the award goes to Miss D. Twiddy. The best student to obtain the honours degree in biochemistry with distinction goes to Miss S. De Rocha. The Labotech Biochemistry Prize to the best MSc student in biochemistry goes to Mr. L. Maposa. The South African Genetics Society Hofmeyr van Schaik Prize to the best fourth-year student in genetics is made to Ms. M. Brink. The PPS Achievement Award to the most outstanding final year student in genetics is made to Ms. J. de Carvalho. The Inkaba Biotech Prize for the best final year biotechnology student is made to Ms. E. Botha. The Inkaba Biotech Prize for the best final year biotechnology student to the best final year student in the BSc Biotechnology program is made to Ms. M. Truter. The third Inkaba Biotech Prize for the best honors student in biotechnology is made to the student with the highest weighted average in the BSc Honors Biotechnology program, and this is made to Ms. M. Sood. The Johan J. Tron Trophy goes to the best BSc student with human physiology as major subject, and that's calculated as the average of second and third year modules taken into account, and this award goes to Ms. N. Kloppers. The FNB Award to the best first-year student in the BSc Actuarial and Financial Mathematics degree program goes to Mr. David Dodkins. The FNB Award to the best second-year student in the BSc Actuarial and Financial Mathematics degree program goes to Mr. Jason Taxera. And the FNB Award to the best student in financial mathematics, and that's in the course modules IAS 211 and IAS 282, A201, this award also goes to Mr. Jason Taxera. The Prudential Prize to the best student in contingencies, that's in the module code IAS 353, goes to Ms. Tanya van der Walt. The Outsurance Prize for the best BSc Actuarial and Financial Mathematics graduate goes to also Ms. Tanya van der Walt. The FNB Award for the best performance in actuarial modeling, these two course modules is called IAS 382 and WST 312, goes to Mr. J. Hanna. The PPS Prize for the best BSc Honours Actuarial Science graduate goes to Mr. D.R. Barnard. The Discovery Holdings Prize to the best Honours Research project also goes to Mr. D.R. Barnard. The Discovery Holdings Prize to the best Honours project, to the best Honours Research project, goes to Mr. T. Martindale. Mr. T. Martindale also receives the Outsurance Prize for the best performance in actuarial communication, module code IAS 722. The Prudential Prize to the best student in finance and investment, called FNI 700, goes to Mr. K. Engelbrecht. Then we have the MMI Holdings Prize to the best student in life insurance, the module code here is LEW 700, also goes to Mr. D.R. Barnard. The Dewald Hutting Book Prize to the best third-year student in mathematics goes to Mr. A. de Klerk. The GenSec Prize to the most outstanding honor student in mathematics or financial engineering study programs goes to Mr. P. Chitanga. The South African Mathematical Society Medal to the best honor student in the mathematics or applied mathematics study programs goes to Ms. E. Palmer. The last set of prizes is in the Department of Statistics. It is the StatoMed Prize for the best overall performance in mathematical statistics at 300 level. The award goes to Ms. T. van der Walt. The StatoMed Prize for the best overall performance in mathematical statistics on honors level goes to Mr. A. Potgieter. Mr. A. Potgieter also receives the StatoMed Prize for the best honors poster research based on the research report in the module WST 795. The StatoMed Prize for the best honors poster based on the research report WST 795 goes to Mr. R. Salgado. And then the third StatoMed Prize for the best honors poster based on the research report WST 795 goes to Ms. D. van Wyk. The StatoMed Prize for the most exceptional student in the master's program in the Department of Statistics goes to Mr. J. Smith. And the last of our exceptional awards is the Naledi Prize for the best poster based on the research report WST 795. And this goes to Ms. T. Mashao. Puleng, back to you.
Well done, Tor. Well done to those who have been awarded. Before we continue with announcing the rest of the winners, we have some entertainment for you. It gives me absolute pleasure to introduce UP's very own Ovua Cultural Ensemble. Our next category is the Dean's Merit List Awards that go out to students who have performed exceptionally well and passed all modules prescribed for their specific year with distinction. These students on the list tonight are the cream of the crop. They are the best of the best in each category. I'd like to hand back over to Prof. Erasmus, who will continue with presenting our next category.
Thank you very much, Puleng. We've got 5 categories, categories A to E, and I'll be listing the awards in each of these categories in reverse order. So the first category, category A, for our BSc extended program, in reverse order, we like to recognize Mr. L.B. Mbiza, Mr. K. Laka, Ms. K. Furi, Ms. K. Kumane, And our top achiever here, Mr. FPS Dumini. Moving on to category B to recognize merit at first year level. In reverse order, Ms. N.K. Phillips, Mr. B. Victor, Mr. R.M. Meyer, Ms. P. Ricozzo, Ms. D. Botha, Ms. C. Van Zyl, Ms. K. Anamalai, Mr. J. Dupree, Ms. A.J. Keller, Mr. K. Marbach, Mr. N.J. Talliard, and our top achiever, Mr. D.M. Dodkins. Moving on to category C, these awards are for merit at the second year level. Again in reverse order, Ms. K.R. Tron, Mr. J.S. Pillay, Mr. S. Nell, Mr. M.J. Phillip, Ms. B.L. Nortier, Mr. M. Slabbert, Mr. S. Naransami, Mr. K.N. Afrane Okese, Mr. J.G. Texera, Mr. N. Foster, and our top achiever in this category, Mr. J.M. Lowe. Moving on to category D, this is merit at the third year level. In reverse order, we'd like to recognize first Ms. K.J. Musa, Mr. W.T. Rasakanya, Ms. J. De Carvalho, Mr. E.D. Watson, Ms. T. Ricky, Mr. M.A. Karim, Ms. H. Rickert, Mr. M.A. Curran, Mr. J.M. Godfrey, Mr. B. van Heerden, Mr. N.F. Kotze, Mr. J. Hanna, Mr. M.T. Gumbo, Ms. T.M. Blescher, Ms. T. van der Walt, and our top achiever in this category, Mr. A.A. de Klerk. And the last category at fourth year level that we would like to recognize, in reverse order, Ms. C.G. Pennicott, Ms. B.C. Buchholz, Ms. J. York, Ms. C.A. Tron, and finally, Ms. S. van den Berg, our top achiever in that category. Congratulations.
Some really exceptional work from our students at the faculty. We are so proud to acknowledge your achievements and hope that you will continue striving for excellence in every aspect. Before we go on to our final award for the evening, there's still one more performance. Please enjoy this rendition of Frozen by the University of Pretoria's Symphony Orchestra. Our final award for the evening is none other than the Vice Chancellor's Award. Usually awarded at the autumn graduation ceremony by the Vice Chancellor and Principal, that award goes to the student for their outstanding undergraduate academic achievement during all the undergraduate years of study for any first-year bachelor's degree in faculty. Prof. Erasmus, if you could please announce the final award of the evening.
Thank you, Puleng. The award of the Vice Chancellor and Principal goes to Mr. A. de Klerk. Congratulations.
Congratulations to Mr. A. de Klerk on your exceptional performance. Before we close off, I'd like to hand over once more to Prof. Erasmus to give a word of thanks to the evening.
Thank you very much, Puleng. I've really enjoyed the evening, and it makes me immensely proud to see the achievements of all our students under difficult conditions, and that they keep on performing. 2021 lies ahead of us, and I don't think the year is going to be any easier. But if there's one thing that we've learned from 2020, is that our graduates, well, not just our graduates, all our students and our staff, they are resilient, they can innovate, and they can cope under difficult conditions. Unfortunately, it is likely that you will need to cope, that you'll need to adapt, and that you'll need to keep innovating in 2021. We do hope that the pandemic takes its course without any further undue loss of life. Our faculty has not been untouched, so we do take this seriously. On the other hand, we also recognize that for us to have survived this far, and for us to have achieved what we did in 2019 and to continue achieving in 2020, we're starting to realize the importance of what's typically known as the softer skills or the smaller things. Turns out that the smaller things are actually the harder things and the most important ones. These are the things that determine our relationships, how we look after each other, how we support each other, and how we look out for each other. With that in mind, I'd like to say a particular word of thanks to 3 groups of people. First of all, to our students. So thank you very much for your achievements. Thank you very much for your continued engagement, and I wish you all the best with the rest of your studies. Secondly, I'd like to thank our donors. Without your continued participation and without your continued investment in the academic project that is the University of Pretoria, we cannot make these, we cannot recognize our students in the way that we've just done. We look forward to exciting partnerships, deepening the ones that we've got, and making new partnerships in new areas where we strive for excellence. And lastly, and this is by no means the least, I'd like to recognize the families, the support networks, the friends, and the carers of all our students. We recognize that being a student is quite tough, and to actually perform as a student is even tougher. And the importance of these support networks cannot be underestimated. So thank you very much for your contribution, and please continue supporting the students at the University of Pretoria to perform, to thrive, and to excel, not just while they're here, but also in the careers they choose once they leave the University of Pretoria. Thank you very much.
Thank you to everybody for watching, and let me take this opportunity to congratulate our winners tonight once more. We wish our students all the best for your exams and hope you will enjoy a safe holiday. Good night.
We're living in the information age with all of the answers. What would your response be on the following? Why is there more matter than antimatter? What is consciousness? Why do living things age? What will the total impact of climate change be on world agriculture? It may be a while before we've cracked those conundrums, but what if we could solve some even more immediate problems, such as achieving food and water security in Africa, making renewable energy affordable for the people of the continent, and eliminating poverty-related diseases? The Faculty of Natural and Agricultural Sciences at the University of Pretoria strives to answer as yet unanswered questions, meet grand challenges, and achieve sustainable development goals. Research focuses on 4 major fields, covering physical and environmental sciences, biosciences, big data, and agricultural sciences. As a student, you will be mentored by expert scientists while developing your knowledge and skills in state-of-the-art research facilities, and you can access the support you need to excel in a challenging academic environment. 13 departments make up the faculty, ranging from actuarial science to zoology, literally from A to Z, preparing you for a career and the future. An internationally recognized qualification will unlock opportunities across the globe and enable you to tackle the questions, problems, and mysteries of tomorrow. The Faculty of Natural and Agricultural Sciences at UP, maximizing your potential for future impact.